And why is a token necessary? And then once you generate that token, what will be the utility of that token?
Yeah, many types of use cases. A utility token, so many types of use cases. First of all, I think especially for the creators, they can earn. We want to create an ecosystem where not only people spend, but they also earn. So this is a great way to earn, make a living. Actually, a lot of people ask me, like, isn't AI going to replace jobs? But AI is going to create jobs. And where is it going to create jobs? In marketplaces. Right. Like, before YouTube became a big thing, right? Let's say around the early 2000s. There was no such job as YouTube content creator.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who make a living on YouTube. That their income is making content, and they earn through creating content. Same thing for Instagram. Same thing for a lot of other Reels and TikTok and things like that. So now this agent economy is going to create a lot of new jobs, and for that economy to function in a rational manner, we need a token, and that token will incentivize all of the players to participate and so on. So we believe it's a huge economy. And also, I have not even covered, we are talking about agents in the sort of virtual world primarily, but all the people who are we call makers. I don't know whether you know the maker ecosystem, where people use, like your bots that you mentioned at MIT.
Yeah.
They can create all kinds of devices, medical devices, or drones, or all of those things will become agents. So now that community can participate in this, and so there's a lot of use cases that will derive a benefit. There's one other thing called a launch pad, which is part of the tokenomics. The launch pad is where third parties who want to launch their own token business can launch it on top of this.
Okay.
So that's another big one.
Right, so you empower them to have their own token.
Exactly.
And they use that in their own AI agent ecosystem.
Right.
And it's paired with your token.
Yeah, and also we give them all the tools. They use all the tools that we have, and so that they don't need to be spending the time building all this plumbing. So,
yeah, I think the virtuals marketplace was very ahead of the curve when it came to pairing their token with a bunch of other people's tokens. And it gave a huge injection of liquidity that was very needed. Because if you try to create your own separate agent with your own token, you're never going to be able to get the liquidity needed.
Exactly.
So it's an important part of your ecosystem.
So that's the same way, like if you go back to Amazon, right? You can create your own website, or you can be a seller on Amazon.
Right.
So which one gets more traffic?
Right.
It's Amazon. So that's the same argument.
This is the other indication of a multiple time founder. I think, because you're already thinking about the marketplace. You're not just thinking build it and they will come. You're thinking I have to collaborate and I have to create a marketplace where there's buyers and sellers, there's creators of the agents and users of the agents, and make sure it's seamless, like the App Store or the Amazon Marketplace.
Right.
And you're already thinking that's the way to grow, and that's also the way to make sure the technology gets standardized as well.
Yeah, the other thing that I failed to mention, all of these artifacts that are sold in the marketplace, they're actually NFTs. So NFTs, the beautiful thing that people lost in the first sort of iteration of NFTs, whether it's a CryptoKitties or all these art, digital art and so on, is NFTs are a great packaging mechanism. You can take anything and package it as an NFT. So now the benefit of having all these artifacts, AI artifacts in the form of NFTs, guess what? All of the existing marketplaces also become fair game. Your Raribles, your OpenSea, all of those marketplaces are not alienated. They can now participate in the agent economy. So that's also, we are not saying that our marketplace is the only marketplace.
Okay.
So the benefit is you create, using our tools, you can place it in multiple marketplaces. It's an NFT.